Hey guys, what's going on? So today we're going to be talking about the twins and their potty training experience, or where I say my experience. So I know that it's different for every child. I know it's different for every parent, every household. But oh my gosh, like I literally feel like potty training is a continuous thing lately in my life. However, for the most part, my twins are pretty much potty trained, and I want to talk about them being potty trained and still not as active in their speech. My twins are a little speech delay. Okay, so they do talk, they do say words. However, having a one-on-one conversation and like, hey, so where you going today? Oh, I'm going to play. What you going to play with? You know, so like stuff like that, we're still working on. But as far as me saying, hey, you know, what's that? Or, you know, they'll tell me, I'll say, what's that? What color is that? Or what is this? Or, you know, they can respond. They respond, but it's not an ongoing communication just yet. They are getting way better. However, they can quote things off movies and they can quote things out from TV shows. But I'm like, if you can say a whole line out of a movie, then you must be playing with me. Anyways, I know it's different, like I said, for twins as well, because for twins, they have their own language. My twins, they understand each other, and it's not like talking, and it's their own language. And so as long as they can communicate, they feel like, you know, the heck with the rest of y'all. The comprehension is there. They listen well when they want to. A lot of times they just ignore me. They know their names. They know how to say their names. You know, I say, hey, how old are you? They're 3, you know, so stuff like that. But like I said, ongoing sentences and them telling me, you know, instead of saying, Mama, let's go outside, they'll say, you know, outside, let's go, stuff like that. So like I said, it's a slight speech delay. Again, the doctor says because normally twins have their own language, sometimes they can be a little delayed, or if they feel like one twin is more dominant than the other, that twin will kind of take the lead, and I have a whole other video about that. So anyway, this video here, like I mentioned, is about potty training. How did I get my twins to become potty trained, or at least almost potty trained? Okay, so baby A is Levi. Baby A, that's the older twin. So when you say A and B, A means that was first, for those that's just tuning in. My twins, they just turned 3 years old in August, and baby A became potty trained the day he turned 3. It's like a light bulb just went off. He did not potty on himself or pee on himself the whole day for his birthday. We celebrated their birthday party. No pottying on himself, nothing the whole day, okay? And I'm just like, and what's so crazy, I had just told my mom, I'm like, look, we have a week before his birthday, he's gonna be potty trained. And I guess he must have heard it, because homeboy was like, I'm good, I'm potty trained. So he, since then, you know, he definitely had, you know, a few accidents here and there, but I mean, literally since the day of his birthday when he turned 3, there was no more pottying on himself, like as far as pee. There was no pee in his bed. There was none of that. I think since he's been potty trained, as far as pee potty trained, he has had, what, 2 accidents in the last month overnight. That's awesome if you ask me. He still, unfortunately, is having a hard time doing number 2 in the potty. He likes to stand up. He loves to stand up and poop. And I'm just like, that is not normal, son. We don't do that. That's not what this is about. So he loves to stand and poop. I don't know what it is about him, you know, in the potty. Him having to poop in the potty, I'm just not certain what it is. But like, if he does finally poop in the potty, he's ready to take off running from it, like he's scared of it. But I'm like, if you poop on yourself, it's stuck to you. Whatever, Levi. Anyway, he has done so well. So it became you know, just instant for him, which is so weird because I'll get to the other part in a little bit. And so now, in the beginning, it was more of me telling him to go to the restroom, go to the restroom, go to the restroom. And now it became, oh, I know the routine. Pee, and when I get up, pee before I go to bed, and pee when it's time to eat. But in between, he was having trouble. And then it became, now I'm going to pee, you know, now I feel it coming, so I'm going to go and pee, not pee on myself. So that's where he is now. At this point in time, he knows when he has the urge to pee. He goes to the potty, you know, by himself, and he's good on that part. Baby B is Lenix. Lenix was fully potty trained at 2.5 years old. So he was potty trained 6 months before his brother. I don't try and compare them, no. However, it's hard when you have two, because if you have them on the same schedule, you're kind of expecting them to do the same thing. So even though they weren't on the same schedule or whatnot, it still was, okay, when I say potty, y'all both going potty. I don't care who have to pee and who don't have to pee. Anyway, with baby B, he learned so quickly. He started peeing in the potty by me telling him to, and then he became sufficient enough or self-sufficient enough to do it on his own. And the pooping wasn't a problem, the peeing wasn't a problem. He got it down. The moment he became potty trained, there was no pee in the bed, there was no wetting himself, you know, it was just random accidents here and there. And he did really well, and to this day he still is awesome when it comes to potty training. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and back up. How did I start? What did I do to teach my non-verbal twins how to pee in a potty, to be potty trained? You know, how do you potty train non-verbal twins? Okay, so this is what I did. I want to say at 2 years old, I started introducing them to underwear. Now before then, when they were 1, I would put them on the potty, but just with pull-ups. So I did start at 1 year old introducing them to the potty, just letting them kind of see, because at first I was waiting for them to talk. I said, okay, as soon as they learn how to talk, then we're gonna go full force on this. Okay, so about 1.5, they still wasn't saying much, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna start getting them familiar. Lenix, baby B, hated the potty. He was scared of it. He would cry. He didn't want to get on it. Baby A was just sitting there like, okay, I'm good. This is another chair. By the time they became 2 years old, it was like, you know what? It's time to start getting them prepared. One day I said, okay, I'm going to get out the underwear and put it on them, and they ain't going to have a choice. That was like the week from hell, okay? Because it was like, I was cleaning up pee every 5 seconds, because one would be peeing. I'm like, no, I'm cleaning his stuff up. The other one go over there and pee. I'm like, no. It was horrible. So, like I said, at 2, it became, what can I do to persuade them? What kind of robbery can I use? So what I started doing, I bought a big box of fruit snacks, okay? And I bought the Welch's fruit snacks, or whatever the case may be, the individual packs. I put it in like a little closed container. And every time Lenix or Levi would go and pee in the potty, I would make this big scene. I'm like, oh my God, yay, you pee in the potty. And, excuse me, I would go get that bucket of fruit snacks. I would do like this and allow them to choose which one they wanted. At the time, they never really, like, I don't give my kids junk food, you know, just junk food. So to them, that was a treat. It was like, what is this? And then when they got to knowing what it was like, oh, I can't wait to pee the next time type stuff. So anyway, Lenix, because he's a foodie, okay? To say he's the smaller twin now, he loves food, you can't tell. That became his thing, where it's like, oh, I get a reward for every time I go in the potty. Okay, this makes sense. So it became easier with him, because even like when he pooped in a potty, it was a more huge celebration. You know, it was like, oh, I'm gonna get you a sucker. I had bought something, some Dum-Dums, and it was a little sucker, and I would allow him to, you know, pick a sucker, and he would eat it, and he loved them. It was his first time having a sucker, and he's like, oh my gosh, you know. Not the first time he had a sucker, but probably the second time. But anyways, it was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is what I get for using the restroom. I consistently, it was routine. In the morning, when you wake up, you go straight to that potty. You don't do nothing else but go to that potty, use the restroom. You brush your teeth, you get dressed, you eat your breakfast, And normally it's either right before you eat breakfast, I go and make sure they had to pee again. Because if they get to the table, sometimes they would pee right there at the table, sitting down. I'm like, really? You didn't know that was coming down? So then before they would eat, I would let them pee. After they eat, they go straight to the toilet as well. And then a little bit after they eat, probably about an hour or so, they can go again. Then by that time, it's almost time for, dinner at night, then hey, at night I'm letting them pee again. So it's kind of how I was doing a routine. It was like before you eat, after you eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and then at night, normally twice before bedtime. And so with Lenix, like I said, it was easy for me because he's such a little organizer. Like, he's so organized like me. He's such a you could tell he likes to group things together. He likes to put things in a certain spot. He likes to clean up. He likes things to be clean and tidy. So I already knew it wasn't gonna be no problem with him because he does not like to be wet. If he drops some milk on his shirt, he's gonna go and get the towel and he's gonna clean himself up. Okay, you can't even see the milk no more, but he's my little clean person around the house. Okay, and I love it, absolutely love it. And so I already knew it was gonna be easy with him. Okay. Now Levi, I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Levi act like he didn't care, okay? Levi was like, I'm gonna pee here, I'm gonna poop here, and I don't care what y'all talking about. And so it became a frustration because I was still buying pull-ups for him. And it was like, Levi, like, you like wearing this pull-up? Like, come on, dude, you making crunchy noises. It ain't cute no more. You missing out on wearing the Spider-Man drawers and stuff. Like, come on, dude. Levi like, you can keep that. I want to pee and poop right here on myself, and I don't care who looking. So it was kind of like, okay, what can I do? I tried fruit snacks with him. It didn't work. I tried certain candies. Didn't work. He has no, I ain't gonna say addiction, but he has no care in the world, about stuff like that. It's like, okay, I want it, so give it here, but I'm not gonna do anything for it, type deal. So anyway, remember, at this time, they're still not talking. It's basically me telling them, hey, go pee pee. You need a poo poo. You need this, you need that, And so they did not say anything, even when they were on the potty, and they would get up. I would say, oh, that's pee pee or that's poop. But they look and they will celebrate. They wouldn't say anything. And so even my mom was like, how are you teaching them to pee in a potty? Or how do they know to use the restroom? And they're not talking. They're not saying anything. And I'm like, I have no idea. This is the first time because LeBron talked. LeBron was a blabbermouth. LeBron said everything. So it's kind of like, this was different. This was a whole different ball game. So then Lenix is out the way. Now I can focus on Levi. I mean, I put him on underwear. I gave up, put him on pull-ups. Underwear again, put him back on pull-ups. This happened from 2.5 years old all the way until 3 years old. It was like I was getting so frustrated. I was tired of cleaning up pee-pee. And I was tired of buying pull-ups when I know he's so intelligent. And that's the crazy part. He can tell you, if I do sight cards, he can say every word from the sight cards. He knows every word to almost every movie. He has a photographic memory. I can read a book one day, the next day he knows all of the words to the book, which means if I'm reading and I pause, he'll say the word. And I'm probably gonna do a video to show y'all that, but he knows the words. So the most intelligent little person in this house, and still want to pee and poop on himself. And I'm just like, what, Levi? Why? So anyway, fast forwarding from 2.5 to 3 years old, I mean, I was getting so frustrated and nothing was making him want to go. Like they said, children will go, will learn, and will be potty trained when they want to. Because I tell you, homeboy didn't care, okay? He didn't care if he was gonna get in trouble. He didn't care if he was gonna get something taken away. He didn't care if I was gonna be mad. He didn't care about nothing. So I wanna say about 2 weeks before his birthday, I was like, okay, I can't have my baby out here after 3, still wearing pull-ups. Like, that's not gonna cut the mustard. All my children were potty trained at 2 years old. I'm not about to do this. So anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So at 2 weeks before his birthday, I started putting his underwear over his pull-up. just to kind of let him see, look at these, you know, nice, cute underwear you could be wearing, you know, just kind of let him look at it, stuff like that. And I started making him wear pull-ups a little less, just a little bit. But it was still frustrating because he would still have like not a care in the world. The week before his birthday, okay? The week before his birthday, I didn't care where he peed, how he peed, whatever. I made him wear underwear, okay? So I told myself the only time he would wear underwear was to bed, whether it be nap time, whether it be going to bed time. Before that, no, straight underwear, okay? And thank God for carpet shampooers, because Lord, I promise the house will probably smell like a damn kennel. It'll smell like a doggone pet barn, or you know, like you go into like one of them little pet places and it'd be like, oh. Like, I'm so glad we have a shampooer, because like he just would be standing there looking, and at some points at first he was kind of like, and I'm like, you don't notice that this is coming out of you? So I think the more that he's seen, and I know it sounds horrible, but trust me, the more that they see that it's coming out of them and like, oh my God, and they have the power to plug it up, they'll be more aware of it. And so that's what was happening to him. And so anyway, as we got closer and closer to his birthday, like I said, it was nothing but underwear. So anyway, the day of his birthday, when he proved to me that, oh my God, you went a whole day, you used the restroom, you know, by us telling him to use the restroom, but he still was dry. I was like, okay, we can do this. So the week of his birthday, their birthday fell on a Sunday. So that week, you know, that week of their birthday, not the leading up to, but after their birthday, the following week, I literally only let him wear underwear. I commanded him or demanded him to use the restroom, you know, go to the potty, go pee pee, go poo poo. And he did it on his own. So before I would have to do it and put him on the potty, but at this point now, he knows when I say go to the potty, he knows to go straight to the potty. So I'm like, okay, this is getting better. This is getting better. Now remember, we're in September right now. So this is all within a month's timing that this has, you know, transpired with baby A. So anyway, moving fast forward, we just kept him, you know, going to the potty. Now he's doing it on his own, and it feels so good. Now he's peeing on his own. He knows, he feels the urge. He goes by himself. He pulls on his own clothes and goes. And he either pulls them up or he brings them to me if they fall off to put them on him. But it's like the best feeling in the world. Now we just have to conquer pooping. That's it. Pooping. We have to conquer pooping in the potty. I don't know what makes him so scared to poop in the potty, but he's so afraid. So if you have any advice on that, please let me know. However, I'm gonna go over just what I've observed from, like I said, you don't have to wait. Number one, you don't have to wait until your kids are talking to potty train. If they comprehend, if they understand what you're saying, they can be potty trained. Number two, get some treats that they love. If they love Jell-O, they love pudding, if they love, you know, whatever candy. That way you can reward them. Whatever they're obsessed with, it could be stickers, it could be coloring, it can be whatever they're obsessed with, get it. And every time they pee or poop, give it to them, okay? The third thing was being consistent. It was basically having a schedule and constantly letting them sit on the potty. I don't care if it's on a potty for 30 minutes. You know, you let something out in that potty to let me schedule. I know some people work and they have crazy schedules, but if you could just do it when you first wake up in the morning, just like you do, have them pee when they first wake up in the morning, you know, whenever you have the time, let them be on a schedule, on a routine. The next thing is make a big deal about it. You know, when they pee or they poop in there, I mean, if the whole family got to come down and I mean, we all were right there. You know, me, my husband, my oldest son, all of us, you know, yeah, good job. Oh, good job. Yeah. You know, celebrate. Because really and truly it is an accomplishment. And like they say, because children are learning, they have so many things that they're trying to learn at once. You know, when we're given a task, we're learning that one thing. We know everything else. We know how to eat with our hand. We know how to write with our hand correctly. We know how to drink from a cup. We know how to do this. They're trying to learn everything. So like my kids are trying to learn how to drink from certain cups or certain glasses. They're trying to learn how to, use the pencil correctly. They're trying to learn how to, so a lot of things that they're trying to learn to do is everything at once. So I had to learn how to take a breather, step back, breathe, and go. So definitely, like I said, make a big deal about it. Definitely celebrate. Make sure everybody in the family celebrate. Let them know that they have y'all support. You know what I mean? I'm just like you. If somebody tell you, oh my God, you did a great job, it's going to empower you to do better. It's going to make you want to do better and continue to do it. So definitely make it a big deal. The next thing, and this is like I said, it could be with both verbal and nonverbal, but for mine, I constantly said the word. Even though they weren't saying it back in the beginning, I was like, do you need to go poo-poo? You need to go pee-pee. And when they did, I'm like, oh, that's pee-pee. Oh, you pee-pee. Oh, that's poo-poo. Oh, good job. Oh, poo-poo. Bye, poo-poo. Let's go put poo-poo down the toilet, or whatever the case may be. I constantly say it. So now when they go, if Lenix go to the restroom and he just pee-pee, he'll go a pee-pee. Or if he poo-poo, poo-poo. So he says the words, but he's not saying full sentence like, mama, I poo-pooed in the potty. It ain't like that. With Levi, now he says it a lot too, which I think he said it before Lenix even said it, and he wasn't even potty trained. He just knew the words. But anyway, so now, like he'll say, I poo-poo like that. I'm like, do you have to poo-poo? I think that's him saying he has to poo-poo. So like he'll say that, or he'll go, I pee-pee. I'm like, did you pee-pee? And I'll go look, oh, he did pee-pee. So something like that. So he's starting to say short sentences that normally, I guess, kids would say at 2, and he's starting to say it at 3. They're starting to say it at 3. So they're like a little bit behind. They were born a little early. However, just with twins in general, I know that a lot of them are slightly developmentally behind, not in a bad way, but just at their timing. So by the time they start kindergarten, they're going to be ready because I work with them consistently. However, with potty training, it was me saying the action over and over and over and over, and pointing to it and letting them know, oh, that's pee-pee in the potty. Good job. Bye, pee-pee. Or, poo-poo. Bye, poo-poo. Bye, poo-poo. Stuff like that. So, underwear. They both can say underwear. Well, Lenix barely says it, but if I tell him, go get some underwear out the drawer, he runs and goes to the drawer and gets his underwear. Levi is more, I'm like, go get your underwear. Underwear. I think he likes the way it sounds. I don't know. But anyway, he'll go get it. So they both, comprehension is really good. So that's why I started to potty train them. And I'm like, if they can understand, go sit down, leave it alone, come here, bring me that, they can understand, go sit your butt on that potty. So anyway, guys, I hope that somewhat helps some of y'all that may have twins that are a little bit younger, that are maybe a little speech delay. I'm hoping that it helps those too that have verbal children that may need just a little bit of, what am I doing wrong? No, I didn't buy any books. There's tons of books. Don't get me wrong now. Books, trust me, books come in handy for some people. Everybody's a little bit different. Me, I'm more of a consistency type person. I'm more of a scheduling type person. And I'm more of a demanding type person. So I'm like, no, you're going to get this. And what's so crazy is that the week before Levi turned 3, I told my mama, she was like, well, Levi's still ain't potty trained. I'm like, no, but he's going to be potty trained by his birthday. She said, oh, all you giving him is a week? I said, yep. That's all I'm giving him is a week. He has a week to get it down pat, a week to go ahead and start pottying and get it together, get his whole life together. And she said, well, that's crazy how he just on the dot at 3 years old got it. So I guess he listened to his mama after all. But anyways, like I said, I hope this helps someone out there. Potty training is so difficult. It's stressful. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. It's a lot of words. Okay? Everything but pleasant. I want to say that's probably the worst thing that you have to experience as the kids are young is potty training. I'm now so ready for them to learn how to wipe themselves. That's going to be the next celebration. Anyway, guys, I've talked long enough on this subject here. Again, if you have any questions, put them down below. Any suggestions when it comes to your child standing up to poop? I guess it's because that's what he's used to. Most children bend and squat to poop, but not this one. He wants to stand. If you have any advice on that, please, let me know. I'm pretty sure he's gonna conquer it and get it together and master it. But for now, we just kind of wait in limbo and wait on him to get that part as well. But anyway, it's been nice talking to y'all, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye. So this bedroom set, really quickly. I know y'all probably like, well, where did y'all get this from, y'all?